wheel off, getting the other wheel on there, the car fell down, broke the jack. So struggled there, get the jack out, bodged it, lifted it, got the wheel on. We lost 6 minutes.
Special Stage 14, one of the most popular spectator stages on the outskirts of Sabi, was next. A 5.6 kilometer twisty and turning typical forest stage and very rough in places. Enzo was back, his car strong, and he took the win by 1 second. It was Habig's turn to be worried, the Polo breaking a gearbox oil cooler. They ran 4 kilometers without oil, and as the box got noisier, the worry level went up. Remarkably, they made it back to service all intact. Nicholas Ryan and Skulk van Heerden were back on the pace, the Bosel Subaru setting the 4th fastest time on the stage to consolidate their 6th overall position. Jacques Botha and Greg Keurig were holding down 9th overall in their Bosel Subaru, 2 places behind Damso and Kobus Frey's Team Total Toyota Run X. With Jaco Venter retiring in the previous stage with engine failure, Trott and Costa were cruising to their 3rd Class A6 win of the year. Dolf Coetzee and Irma de Plooy still led in A5, but the chasing pack was closing in. Malherbe's Crosley Taz just 24 seconds back, with Houghton only 10 behind that. Aggie Stroh caught and passed the embattled Etienne de Toy for 2nd in Class N2, while Chris de Wit was comfortably ahead in Class N3, 27 seconds in the hand.
We had a leak on the oil cooler on the gearbox, we lost all the oil. And we did 5 kilometers of the stage without oil in the gearbox, then another 14 kilometers open section, and the gearbox wasn't too comfortable after that. So we've put in oil, and it sounds less noisy, but we're a bit worried and a bit concerned about the gearbox at this stage. So we'll see how it goes. If it holds together for the next stage, I think it'll get to the end, but at this stage we're a bit nervous. It's been a tough event, and we obviously need the points. It's, I think, more important that we get a good batch of points for the championship, so we've always got that in the back of our mind at this stage.
A sweeping and very fast gravel stage followed, 12.45 kilometers of road, and not for the faint-hearted. The first half was steeply downhill with undulations and dusty, rough and rocky sections in places. Sharp stones littered the surface, and with so many plagued by punctures, would a flat tyre decide the outcome of the Sasol Rally. Japie van Niekerk and Greg Godridge continued to lead Class N4 and the production car section. Hadgen Fecken with 1.5 minutes in hand over Nick Ryan, and the same gap to Japie had no reason to push and cruised through the stage, their A7 class win all but in the bag. Barry Grobler and Mike Burrows were running steadily in 13th on day 2 in their Sasol Delight Volkswagen Golf, but lost 6.5 minutes in stage 13 with a broken fuel pipe fitting, dropping the Pretoria engineer to 22nd. Lola and Morgan Verluck soldiered on in their Bosch Sasol Delight Subaru Impreza, holding down 24th on the car's maiden outing, unable to overcome the time loss on day 1 when their windscreen wipers failed in the height of the rain. Former rally driver turned team manager Glenn Gibbons explains his role.
You've got to organise everything. It's catering, it's vans, it's fuel, and then looking after Japie, basically keeping him, happy. That's what it's all about. It's a very big mental thing. You've got to keep the guy happy, make sure he's up to the task. Even if things go badly, we keep him motivated, and that's what causes him to go. We have 2 full-time mechanics that run the car, and it's a total strip down after every event. Check, do everything that needs to be done, service the whole vehicle, overhaul the motor, everything. We strip the car completely every event and check it from top to bottom. We order for 2 events in advance. I make sure we got enough tyres to last us 3 events, so we keep stock of everything. It's difficult. It's a new car, and it's not available yet. So you have to phone England, you have to order, you have to fax, you have to email. So we're not actually up to speed yet. We should be up to speed by, I'd say, maybe the next rally. Then we'll have everything that we need, so that when we leave the event and go back home, we can actually prepare the car with what we've got in the workshop. We have 2 full-time mechanics, myself, then we have 2 extra guys, and the navigator and the driver, and our catering manager, Eunice. 8 people. We got 2 big vans, as you can see, and we carry about 70 to 80 tires. The one van carries all the spares and the necessities, the other van carries the fuel and the tires and the catering stuff and the gazebos and that. So you actually need 3 vans for one car. Every service area we service it, so if they do 2 stages and they're coming, we've got 9 minutes to check everything. Each wheel has got one mechanic and a fuel man. So they will strip the wheels off, check every single nut and bolt on the car, check the vital statistics like is the shocks leaking, is there an oil leak, is there something wrong with the car. Then they'll service the engine, check oil and all that. The back guy will check rear suspension, exhaust, the prop shaft and the lubricants in the back. And the fuel man will fuel the car and he will then do the windows and that. So basically the car gets a complete, if you want to call it, check over every time it stops here, if there's no problems. If there's problems, then you have to attend to that as well.
And after how many kilometers do you change tires?
What we do is, every time he comes in, we basically give him 4 new tires. We'll then inspect the old tires and see if they're right, swap them front to back. If the fronts are too worn, we'll give him new ones. So basically, every time he stops here, he gets new tires.
And that's how it works in a top privateer team.